the person for who they present themselves to be. That's probably one of my worst. It's probably like a problem.
Well, because you're real friendly.
Yeah, I always want to take.
I want everybody to be laughing and smiling.
I want to take everybody as what you give me is what I'm going to accept you as until you show me something different, and then it's done.
It just there's every now and then you get around a shyster.
Yeah.
Every now and then you get around some dude who's scamming people around you.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is going on with that dude? Like, what's happening here?
But like right now, like here's what I always wonder, right? And I know why, like when you enjoy going to the UFC, because it's just like people that we've all known forever, right? It's like we're all just calling the fights.
Right.
Life has to be pretty difficult at times. Because have you made new friends recently? Like can you make new friends?
Yeah, you can make new friends.
But can you actually make new friends and see that these people aren't like being like have an ulterior motive?
No, there's good people out there.
Really?
Yeah.
And you can still trust them in your position today?
You have to have friends, man.
But new friends?
Yeah. I mean, look.
What was the last new friend you think you made? How many years?
I've made new friends in Texas. I've been here for 3 years.
When did you start your Spotify thing?
3 years ago.
And you've made new friends since then?
I've made new friends, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're good people.
Nice people, yeah.
Huh.
You look like you're worried about me.
I'm just saying, because for me, it's like, I don't know, Joe, I swear, Joe, I don't know if I see people react any weirder than when they're around you. They get all giddy and shit, man. Right? But it's like hard. It's like hard when you get to a certain level to really make new friends because, like you said, shysters are everywhere.
Things get weird, but there's still good people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still people that are just regular people. Generally, the people that I become friends with, they do things that I do as well.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's archery or whether it's jujitsu or whether it's comedy or people like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's
but you obviously don't hang around just in like you don't hang around in the same places that we did when the UFC first started blowing up. So you're not around the shysters.
No, I'm not as much. No, but there's always some people around, right, that are trying to like do deals and fucking, you know, sell crypto. You know, there's always some weirdos.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's the craziest thing. Yeah, I was kind of wonder that, right? When you come up to the fights and we're all like having a great time, and then we kind of go back on our life, and sometimes we text about the fights, and it's awesome. But then I'm like, I wonder if Joe like has more friends that aren't guys from back in the day like us, right? Like that. No. It's just Joe.
Well, I certainly have a lot of friends that I'm still friends with from back in the day.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's just, it would seem hard.
It's weird. But good friends are always good friends.
And once you make a good friend, it's so perfect, right? They're just the best.
And you got to be a good friend. You know?
That's one thing I'm not the best at.
You're not?
At times.
What are you talking about?
Bro, sometimes I'm not a great friend.
Why? What did you do wrong?
I just kind of be fucking up, man. Like I start. Sometimes I'm not a great friend. It sucks. Like, and sometimes I have to catch myself not being a good friend, right? Like, so I'll do things that I want to do, and then a lot of my friends will do things that I want to do. So I have to sometimes consciously make an effort to do things my friends want to do.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because it's not always, you're not a great friend if you're only doing things that you want to do.
True.
Right? So it's like, and then I got into this weird phase where I only hung out with people that I knew would only do what I want to do. So
you become a tyrant.
The equipment manager at Oklahoma State. Everybody else is hanging out. I'm hanging out with the equipment manager. Because it doesn't matter what I want to do, he's going to agree to it. And then, when I went to Oklahoma State, like when I went to AK, I'm hanging out with these random guys because they're always wanting to do what I wanted to do. But then ultimately, I started hanging out with Kane and all those guys. And obviously, when Kane got into his situation, right, to be a good friend, I got to go into that jailhouse to sit with him and talk to him and try to like support him as best I can.
Yeah.
And that's being a good friend.
Yeah.
At times I might not have done that. Like I wouldn't have done that, right? I would have called, had him, if he called, I would answer, right? And thought that was enough. But that's not enough. To be a good friend, you got to like really be a good friend, because I've got some great friends, and I've got some great friends from childhood, and it's like having it's the best, man. When you get good friends, like it's the best.
Yeah, people that don't have good friends, I feel fucking terrible for them. That sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not. You got to be having a good time with everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And most people are pretty cool, man. Like, there's bad people, but I've been lucky. I've been around some pretty cool people in my life. Like, John Anik's a cool fucking guy.
He's a cool fucking
Like, John Anik's a cool guy.
He's the best.
He's the best, bro.
Ever. He's 100% the GOAT.
How does he do a job with us? Like, sometimes we're literally just talking.
Yeah.
And then John's like, this fight is brought to you by Toyo Tires. And then he's like, all right, go ahead, boys.
He's got to do the real work.
He's like, go ahead, boys.
We go on tangents.
Like, tangents. And then John's like, all right, back to you, boys.
Yeah, but how fun is it?
It's the best, man.
I look forward to it so much. We do commentary.
Every single show.
Have fun.
Every single show.
We have the best vibe. The three of us, and then with Megan too.
Yeah, and Megan too.
It's great, and then Dean. It's the great vibe.
Yeah, it's
it really
awesome.
Is.
It's awesome, man.
Dean's funny, man. It's like,
Dean is crazy.
I don't want to do any of that shit you guys are doing. I just chime in every now and again. That's what I like.
He's got an ascot on.
Always.
He's looking all good. And
no one dresses better.
Then Dean starts disrespecting dude. I'm like, Dean, that's disrespectful, man. Well, Dean said, well, the problem is he's holding his hands too low. He don't look like he know what he's doing out there. I'm like, oh my goodness, Dean.
But he's giving his honest opinions.
He's cornering Sean Brady this weekend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting big get for Sean Brady.
Bro, Kelvin Gastelum at 170. I had a conversation with him at the Comedy Store one night.
Really?
And I said, this is after he knocked out Bisping.
Oh, he knocked. Yeah,
I said, I go, dude. You're fucking people up at 185. I think you're a world champion at 170.
Go back down.
If you just had the discipline to just diet correctly.
Yep.
And just because he always carried around all that
no
body
extra
fat.
Weight. Yep.
You could do that at heavyweight. You can't do that at 85.
Not at 85, 70. As you get lighter, you got to be better.
Look at him. Look at his size. And now look at Dricus du Plessis.
That dude's huge.
He's huge.
Him and Sean Strickland is going to be fun.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun fight.
Because Dricus is
I didn't think he was good.
Oh my God.
I was always hard on Dricus.